Alright guys, so here's a tutorial that I'm making for OBS using Twitch as your broadcast. You can also use YouTube if you wanted to, but just go to twitch.tv, click sign up, put in your username. The usernames we're going to use by default are AAA, then the name that you're known by on ArmA Air Assault. So mine is AAA Molar and then E because that's how I have it on the forums. Just want to be consistent. So check your password, date of birth, put your email address in, sign up. It's pretty simple. Next thing, you can close that out and go to your login. I'm going to go ahead and log in real quick so that it's up and ready so I can show you other stuff on there when the time comes. Moving over, go to speedtest.net and you're going to want to run a test. It'll automatically find where you're at and find the closest servers to do the test with. So if you begin the test, it's going to check your ping, which I'm 60 milliseconds from the server they picked up in Iowa. Download speed's 30.89 and upload speeds typically are a little bit better for me, like 11.45, but today it decided to only go to 10. So that's fine. It's still really good. I have a pretty steady connection on the upload, which is what you want. It's not about the speed always. It's about how steady the connection is so you don't drop frames. So those are important numbers to remember. The upload speed is the most important. Look for Open Broadcaster Software through Google, and it'll pop up. It'll be the first search result that you get. You can just go to the website and click the download button. You want to download the current stable version, which right now is 0.592, but go whatever one's most current. Do not try the test build. So click download, and it'll start in about 5 seconds. So I've already downloaded it. Once it starts, I'm just going to probably cancel it. So cancel that, and then I'm just going to clear it out of my folder, just an extra step. But that's where you would go and run the startup. Very simple install. It doesn't have any adware, malware that it wants to install on your computer, so you really don't have to worry about that. So we will go ahead and close out of here. Go back to Twitch, go to your dashboard. And on your dashboard, this is kind of the main place you go to edit your broadcast. You're going to click on your stream key, and you're going to click show key. And now I'm not going to show my key in this video obviously because I don't want you guys streaming all my stuff, but you would click show key, and that'll you just copy whatever it has in there, and you're going to use that with OBS. So I'm going to close a couple windows down here, and we are going to pull up oh, I forgot. It's right here on my desktop. Alright, so here's OBS, and you can see I have a bunch of presets already, but go to your settings and then general. The first page on that says general, I just leave it. I haven't even saved it as anything special. Under encoding, you want to use CBR, enable CBR padding, quality balance is already set, use custom buffer size, make sure that's checked. Custom buffer size, mine's at 2400. Essentially want it to be half of your max upload rate that you put in, which mine is approximately half of that. I usually run 5000, but I put it at 4500 because it's a little more stable. 4500 is less than half of what my upload speed is. If you have a really slow connection, don't worry about it. Just punch in whatever the max number that you can get away with. If you have a 2 megabyte upload speed, put in 1600. You're going to need about 1600 to get 1080p quality. You'll need about 1200 to get 720p quality. The codec you can change if you have a slow connection from 128 to 96 or 64. That's only if you really have to. You can change the format as well, which will help with the stream quality. Your audio really won't suffer. A lot of people think that it'll suffer, but it really won't. I don't want to apply my settings right now because I'm just showing you guys. But then you got your live stream or file output. You can choose file output if you want and record locally. We're going to click live stream for this. We're going to go to Twitch TV on the drop down list. There's a lot. You can do YouTube if you want to. But Twitch TV is what we're using right now because we can multi-Twitch. Look for the nearest server to where you live. They have UK and US servers. Enter your stream key in the long box. Check auto reconnect timeout at 5 seconds for mine. You can put yours at whatever. I want to be able to reconnect pretty quick. The delay in seconds, you do not have to necessarily put anything there. I leave mine on 0 because I want them to be able to see it as pretty much as soon as it happens. That way if I'm interacting with somebody, there's not a huge delay. Minimize network impact and put the link to your dashboard. You can just put in the web browser link. Save the file. You're only going to use save the file if you're actually going to save it locally, and you can do both. You can actually save the file and stream at the same time if you wanted to. Then you can pick the path that you want to leave it at, and then you can also set your stream hotkeys, which I don't use. You got your video adapter up top, which is just your video card. You can set custom, or you can go by monitor on the resolution. I have 2 monitors, so I could select one of the 2. You can downscale if you are running slow, your computer not able to keep up, that kind of thing. Frames per second locked in at 30. Some games like iRacing, I have to go to 60 frames per second just because it's it just puts out 120 frames per second if I don't, and it just looks choppy. Disable arrow. If you're not using, if you are using arrow, you might want to disable through this setting so it doesn't record all the back windows and stuff that you've got going on. I don't want to save that. So audio, you can use your default, whatever you have for your desktop audio, which mine just records game sound, so I'm not trying to get the desktop audio, but I do want it to pick up my microphone, so I put that in there. You can use push to talk if you want. I don't. I'll let it record pretty much anything as I'm streaming, which is somewhat a problem if I've got family running around, but I put up with it. The push to talk delay you can put in there. You can use the mute and unmute and desktop mute and unmute hotkeys if you want. I boosted my desktop a little bit, and we're on to advanced settings. So advanced, you can see use multi-threaded optimizations. I have that at above normal. Scene buffering time is at 400 milliseconds. We do not disable encoding while previewing. You can if you want to. Allow the modifiers on the hotkeys is checked. And the video is going to split, I think, here in a second. So we will just pick it up in just a second. Okay, so we are back with the advanced settings now. And going on to the video section. Video is set for X264 CPU preset on very fast. The encoding profile is high. You can set those based off of how powerful your CPU is. Key frame rate interval has to be 2 seconds, or you just pretty much need it. 0 is auto, but put it on 2. It's the best that I can find online. Everybody suggests that you use 2 for the keyframe interval. Use CFR is unchecked. Use custom X264 encoder settings. You can use that if you wanted to, if you had a codec that you liked better. And that's about it. Everything else is default on that page. Microphone noise gate. You can set this and mess around with it if you need to, if your microphone's not picking up well, or if you wanted to cut off certain things while you're streaming. I just left mine pretty much default. I slid the sliders around a little bit to fix some stuff. So moving on, I'm going to show you how to set up a game in here. You can see I have a lot of my games already, set up as pre-made scenes. So what you do is you right-click in the open space and click Add Scene. You name the scene whatever you want to. Click OK. And then you go to Sources. You click inside Sources and you click Add. Then you go to Window Capture. If you want to do a window capture, that'll give you like a web browser or any kind of program that you have running. That way you can capture that for your stream if you'd like to. You can also add monitor capture. I have 2 monitors, so I can select number 1 or number 2. You can select the capture of the mouse cursor if you want to. You can also change the opacity, which we'll go through probably in another video, and you can actually add some neat features to your broadcast if you'd like. You can select an image. A lot of times I'll run the my logo, ArmA logo in the top corner. image slideshow, global sources, text. I don't really use those much, so we don't have to mess with those today. Video capture device. That if you wanted to go in there, you could use DxTory. Some people like to record locally through something like DxTory and then send that through. Some people think there's better quality that way, so test it, see what you think. Game capture. This is the one that you're going to have to use for ArmA Air Assault. ArmA 3 it doesn't work well if you just use the monitor capture. So go to Open Broadcaster and run as administrator before you use the game capture. It won't even let you do it. Then go back once it's running in administrator mode, and you can select the game capture. It'll be on a drop-down menu, whatever games that you have playing at the time, and then you just select it, and you can set hotkeys if you wanted to turn it on and off in OBS. But we use just about every button, it seems like, in ArmA 3, so I don't really use any hotkeys for it. So that's pretty much it. You can preview the stream to get an idea of what it's going to look like before you actually start streaming online. And then you can go to Edit Scene, and you can edit the scene around to be set up however you want. So see, I'm kind of clicking and dragging one of the main, the game capture. I'm moving it around. Now I want to do window capture. You can see I'm adjusting the window capture and putting it centered. But then you go to monitor capture, delete that, so it'll delete that overlay there. But that's what my monitor looks like right now. So anyways, there you go. That's kind of the whole thing from here. There's a lot of things you can do to make your broadcast more enjoyable, but that's about it.